welcome to our broadcast from Dinwiddie High School. It's the Region 4B quarterfinal matchup between the visiting Cyclones and your Class 4 defending state champion Dinwiddie Generals. Eastern View kicks off. It's a squib kick, keep it on the ground and short. Here's a return man here near the 40-yard line. And Dinwiddie's offense, Steve Peacock, is sort of like Eastern View in the sense that they're really rolling this season, averaging about 46 points per game.
Yeah, they are, and Dinwiddie is a very, very good team, really offensively balanced with Dalton, their signal caller, and then they have that good running attack. It's going to be a big job tonight, especially on our defensive front line, see if we can stop the Generals' running attack.
All right, number 6 there, the quarterback signal caller is Harry Dalton, 6 foot, 205-pound junior. And he's going to hand off to their primary ball carrier, Raphael Tucker. Straight ahead he goes for about 2 yards. Welcome to our broadcast. We've mentioned this is a Region 4B quarterfinal game, and tonight's winner will advance to next week's semifinals. Here on second down, and 8 yards to go. Dinwiddie's opening possession. Quick throw, near side. This one caught and then immediately tackled for a loss all the way back near the 36-yard line. You had 3 white jerseys in there, Steve, including number 10, Keegan Murphy Brown, and that's a big play. Brings up a 3rd and long for this Dinwiddie offense.
Yeah, it's a good play there, Mark, by our defense, and that's what we're going to need to do. We got to play very mistake-free football and play assignment football on defense, and don't let Dalton get loose. And so it's going to be up to Brett Clatterbaugh and company to put a lot of pressure on him.
Here's 3rd and 13. Dinwiddie, long snap count. Now looking to the sideline for a little bit of instructions. That quarterback, Harry Dalton. And these Generals come in tonight with a 7-3 record. They've had some stiff competition. Downfield, they got a receiver caught, first down at the Eastern View 30-yard line. It is number 4, Mikhail Johnson, and a Dinwiddie first down. And on that Eastern View side of midfield, Steve, at the 30.
Those are drive killers, Mark, right there. Big 3rd and long, and we let them complete the pass to get a first down. Cannot be doing that. It would be a long night.
Back to the run they go, and the ball carrier there, Raphael Tucker, is stopping for about a 1-yard pickup. Second down and 9 coming up here. Ball now at the 29-yard line of Eastern View. Opening possession of these Dinwiddie Generals. Back to the run they go. Near side, this is Raphael Tucker, tackled by Will Butler inside the 25. And he was down at the 23, so pickup of 6 yards there.
That was a good tackle by Butler, Mark. The running back would have had clear sailing if it wasn't for Butler there to stop him after about 4 or 5 yards.
3rd down and 3 now for the Generals. They're in almost in that red zone area. The ball marked at the 23. Quarterback again is Harry Dalton, number 6. Dalton going to keep it over the right tackle. Dives for yardage inside the 19. And he had to get to the 20. He got to the 19. New set of downs for these Dinwiddie Generals. Started this drive, excellent field position from its own 42, and they now have it at the Eastern View 19, and it's 1st and 10.
Like now, the Eastern View is not getting any pressure on the quarterback, and they're letting them get, complete 3rd and shorts or even 3rd and longs. They got to sit there and figure out a way how to stop this offense.
All right, now throwing near side. This one is caught on the receiving end of that pass. Caleb Bowles. Down near the 11. Brett Clatterbaugh making the tackle for Eastern View. Steve, we talked about this game on the road trip here, and you mentioned that Brett Clatterbaugh really has to have a magnificent game for the Cyclones tonight.
He does, and I mean they're letting him play as a down lineman. I'm more like an outside linebacker or a defensive end trying to rush, but they got him playing in the interior, and he basically is there to spy on Dalton.
Now here's a throw that's short. Looks to be incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Well, we are live, and our live sponsor is Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Abel Heating and Air, 718-75-56. Opening drive of this first quarter at Dinwiddie High School, 8:23 to play here in the first. And Dinwiddie, the Generals, started with outstanding field position from their own 42. They now have it 2nd and 2 from the Cyclone 11. There's the quarterback, number 6, Harry Dalton, looking for some running room. He won't find much. He's going to bring up about 3rd and 1. That was 2nd and 2.
No, they're saying it's 4th down, Mark.
Oh, it is 4th? Okay,
yeah.
I missed it down somewhere. Right. Decision for Dinwiddie, 4th and 2 from the 11. And I don't see the field goal unit coming on. The way they move this ball, I suppose they like their chances on 4th and 2.
Yeah, they're going to go to Dalton here on a keeper.
Harry Dalton, the quarterback. He is going to keep it. Left tackle, he's got a first down. Good, tough run. Got inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal now for the Generals from the 4.
Yeah, see, I mean, it wasn't anything surprising, just Dalton right up the middle, and we got to get a hat on him.
There he is again. This time he tries it to the outside. He breaks the tackle. He's in from 4 yards out. Touchdown, Generals. And it comes with 7:38 to play in this opening first quarter drive.
Yep. I was going to say that does not bode well for Eastern View, Mark, letting them score, letting them come right down and score here in their first offensive possession. And they're going to have to start figuring some things out here on the sideline, the coaching staff is.
On for the point after. And the kick is good. 7-0 our score. The kick by Jackson Van Meter. All right. Well, this broadcast brought to you in part by Found & Sons Funeral Home, Culpeper's Perpetual Best of the Best. For resources, planning, and support for our entire community, Found & Sons, 825-3530. All right, Steve. 9 plays, 58 yards, capped by the 4-yard touchdown run by quarterback Harry Dalton. He seems like he's got good size, strength, and good footwork as a running back when he takes off with that ball.
He does. He's their offense. He's the engine that makes them go. And right now it doesn't look well. I mean, we did the same thing, against other teams. Even like King George, we get down early in the game, and we got to play catch up and come from behind. So right now, I think it's imperative that the Eastview takes this and answers the score.
All right, here is Jackson Van Meter's kick. This one is going to go into the end zone for the touchback. So we'll see the Cyclone offense set up for the first time here tonight on its own 20. And a little bit of pressure, perhaps, to respond to Dinwiddie's opening drive. It certainly did not hurt the Generals' chances, Steve. They started with outstanding field position.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I don't understand why we squib kick it back down there, and and see if we can make a tackle and keep them. You just don't want to give a team like Dinwiddie that much of an advantage, on a short kick, and they start their drive, and look what happened.
All right, so down 7-0 now. The Cyclones go on offense, starting from their own 20. 7:33 to play here in this first quarter. 7-0 Dinwiddie. All right, now Aaron Hall will lead the Cyclone attack. He'll fake it to Jaden Williams, and now he'll throw short. He's got Clatterball out there who went up for it, made a nice catch, then lowered his shoulder, got across the 25, out to about the 27. Well, you mentioned, Steve, that Brett had to have a great game tonight, and here they go on first down. They go immediately to him.
Yep, and I think that's what they got to do, and establish him early. They're one of the best players. He's got to have the ball in his hands.
So now 7-yard pickup for Clatterball on that pass reception, 2nd and 3. Jaden Williams, the ball carrier, tries to spin away from the first defender, can't do it. He'll lose a yard on the play. This broadcast brought to you in part by Battlefield Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford, proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. That's Battlefield. All right, clock running, 6:38 to play. First quarter action. And we've got 3rd and 4 here for the Cyclones from their own 26. Hull in the pistol. Here's the snap. He's got time. He's going to go deep. He's going to give a receiver, and it's caught near the 10-yard line by Amari Robinson. He's in on a 74-yard pass play. If there's no yellow laundry on the field, Steve Peacock.
Fear the wind. It's a Cyclone touchdown.
74 yards, Hall to Amari Robinson. I guess that answers his question, Steve. Can the Cyclone respond to Dinwiddie's opening drive? Well, yes, they can. And to the tune of a 74-yard touchdown pass. Wow, Cyclones back in it. Now, Aaron Hull, the quarterback, is the holder for Braden Cappellini, who could tie it up here, but he won't because the kick is blocked. And that's courtesy of Dinwiddie's number 18, Savon McDowell. So the point after, no good. You don't like being down that point, but because it could loom largely in this game. On the other hand, Steve, what a big scoring situation that was for the Cyclones.
It was all Robinson because of what he was able to do. He kept his concentration on that long throw. Got bobbled a little bit, but then it bounced straight up, and he was able to run under it for 6 points. I agree with you about that extra point could loom big, but there was no blocking on it. They just came right on in, and no one even put a hat on them.
This broadcast brought to you in part by Cash Imprints, from church to banners and everything in between. Imprint your message on the community with Cash Imprints, 317-1473. All right, our score, Dinwiddie 7, Eastern View 6. 6:18 to play here in this first quarter. This is a Region B quarterfinal game. Number 4 seeded Dinwiddie hosting number 5 Eastern View here tonight. Already we're off to, we got a little fireworks already in this one.
Yeah, we do. And I thought it was important. It was that Eastern View answered the score, and they did that. Now, let's see if they can play defense and force a punt here out of the Dinwiddie Generals.
And Braden Cappellini will be kicking off from the 40. Here is Cappellini's kick. Is it straight away? No, they go back to the ground with this one. Nice fielding job done by the return man near the 30-yard line. He gets out to about the 40 before they stop him and push him back. And that was Caleb Bowles, the return player for Dinwiddie. And so Dinwiddie up 7-6. They started their first drive at their own 42, and they're going to start this one with excellent field position as well at their own 40.
Yeah, they are, and I just don't buy that, Mark. I just think that's just giving a good team too much, field position, early in this game. I want them to try to go the length of the field. Looks like we got a flag. Yeah, we have a flag. Looks like it's going to be
5 yards against Eastern View. It looks like someone yelled there was an offsides penalty. Someone didn't like the call. We could hear from the background vocals.
No, it's against offsides against Cyclones. I didn't see it, but
1st and 5 now. Generals up 7-6. Ball at the 45. First quarter action. 6:05 to play. Here's the snap to Dalton. Dalton dives near midfield for nearly a 5-yard pickup on that play. Well, this broadcast brought to you in part by UVA Health. Culpeper Medical Center is here to care for you and your loved ones at our quality primary and special care locations right here in our community. Learn more at uvahealth.com. All right, throwing now on the run. He's got a receiver near side. It's Mikhail Johnson. Near sidelines, Eastern View territory. He's going to be down at the 34. That's a pickup of 19 yards and a General's first down.
Yeah, Mark, I just don't like our effort right now on defense and what we're doing. We're giving up big cushion plays. We're giving too big a cushion to the wide receivers. We're not getting pressure on Dalton, and that's unlike Eastern View defense right now.
All right, 1st and 10 now from the 36. Go back to the run. This is Raphael Tucker to the 30, a pickup of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up. Branson James, Brett Clatterball, and Keegan Brown in for the Cyclone tackle.
And I want to give a shout out to my 2 granddaughters, Crosby Peacock and Amelia Peacock. They're down in Memphis, Tennessee.
Way to go, Memphis. So I hope they're having a good visit as Raphael Tucker gets near the 25 and a Dinwiddie first down. We'll check the spot. They call him the Diesel here apparently, Steve. 3rd down and very short here, about a half a yard.
And they got good blocking up front. Right now, the Dinwiddie offensive line is controlling things.
Here's that quarterback running. Breaks a tackle, then makes a nice little cut. Turns upfield to about the 23. That'll be a first down for Dinwiddie. Well, this broadcast brought to you in part by CFC Farm and Home Center, the service, knowledge, and products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and equine since 1932. That's CFC Farm and Home Center. All right, back to the run and a whistle to stop this one. We got 4 minutes and 36 seconds to play. Ball is marked at the 23 after that first down run. Let's see if it's going to push them back 5 yards and make it 1st and 15. We'll back it up to the 28. It'll be 1st and 15 from there.
That's what see what we can do on defense right now. We've got to start, imparting our will on the defense instead of them imparting their will on us.
All right, here's Dalton, quarterback. Got some time, looks left, throws downfield. Watch out, this one intended for, pick up your defender there,
20.
Steve. And remember, 24 is the intended receiver, Caleb Bowles. I thought the defender in good position, good coverage out there.
Right there was number, defending on that, he turns around here. Can't see the number.
Yeah, Johnny's got him in his sights. It's number 7 for Eastern
Robinson.
View. Yeah, Lamari Robinson. He's got the touchdown catch,
yes,
doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He just saved a touchdown catch the other way, but he's not been in good position. 2nd down, 15. Back to the run. Straight ahead they go. Got the lost yardage back, and got added another yard to that. Branson James, Jaheim Fry combined for the Cyclone tackle.
And Mark, you look at the Dinwiddie's offensive line. They're not big. They're not huge, but they are strong, and they will get a hat on you. And again, I just think that, my opinion, I'm not the coach, but I would have Brett more on the outside instead of on the inside.
4:21 to play here on 3rd and 9 from the 23. Generals, little play action. Here comes some pressure, and he stepped away from it, broke some tackles. What a burst of speed by this quarterback. Harry Dalton down to the 12-yard line. And another Dinwiddie first down. This is a tough offense to combat, Steve.
Yeah, well, because they're running right at you, Mark. And now you know why Dalton's being recruited by Virginia Tech, Virginia, Tennessee, Coastal Carolina, all these big schools, Alabama.
20 carries last week, 181 yards against Matoka, and he's picking up where he left off there. It looks like forward progress to the 10. Line of scrimmage was a 12. Going to bring up 2nd down and 8.
Well, I'm just want to know how long Eastern View is going to take getting hit in the mouth without, at least calling a timeout and making some changes. It looks like they did.
Which they just did, exactly. And our timeout sponsor is UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial wellness of our members and of the Culpeper community. UVAcreditunion.org. And, of course, this broadcast also brought to you in part by K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies, now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern View High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please. 825-8371. And we've got 3:46 clock stopped with this Eastern View timeout. And when the two teams resume action, the Generals will have 2nd and 8 from the Cyclone 10. This dangerous quarterback is a junior, a fellow by the name of Harry Dalton. And I think he had a really good game last week in the run game against Matoka. They fake it. Dalton keeps it. Dalton, watch out! He's into the end zone from 10 yards out. Touchdown, Dinwiddie. It comes with 3:38 to play in the first quarter, and it is 13-6 Generals.
And Mark, that was too easy. Just too easy. Break down on a running defense, and we're not making the. We're trying to make arm tackles.
Jackson Van Meter, the kick is good. It's 14-6 in favor of Dinwiddie. Well, this was a drive, the second scoring drive in as many tries, Steve, for Dinwiddie. And in both those times, they started out with excellent field position, either at the 40 or the 42. They gave them a short field to work with. And I'll tell you, this running game is really something to contend with.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's everything is advertised, Mark. They're a tough team. I mean, they got a winning tradition down here. They know how to win. They know how to play. They got a good coach. right now, we're just not setting the tone right now in defense. We're playing, I'll be honest with you, pretty poorly right now in defense. We're giving up way too many yards on offense on the run, on run plays.
I'm a little surprised. I guess it must be Harry Dalton's athleticism because, you know, it's, I don't know if he's really doing anything fancy. It's just that he must be really difficult to bring down out there.
He is. He's shifty. He's strong. I mean, he's 5'11", maybe 6 feet, about 205, 210.
Right.
That's a strong kid.
He's a junior, so opponents will have to deal with him next season as well. All right, Jackson Van Meter's kickoff. Going to be fielded inside the 5-yard line. Out near the 20. And a penalty flag is in on this one. Let's check the return man. It was for Eastern View, Steve. It was number 13, Camden Roy. And what did you see in terms of the infraction?
Looks
penalty?
like it might be illegal holding. It might be holding against Eastern View. We'll see. Or blocking the back.
Here comes the call. And you nailed it again, Steve. So if you thought about having average field position, you're going to have less than average now.
No, and again, like I said, defensively, Dinwiddie doesn't scare me. They don't look that imposing, but offensively, they're the real deal. And see, we got AP Hall, Aaron Hall, wearing 15. He usually wears jersey 5, but he's 15 tonight.
But he did wear it against Cortland when it had that number change because number 5, the jersey had been torn. Yeah. But it is Hall, number 15. Jaden Williams back there. Matoka lost to Dinwiddie last week, but they had some success in the passing game, much more than they did in the run game. And I'm sure Eastern View is well aware of that as Hull looks to throw and said he's going to keep it. He's across the 15, and then he darts toward that first down marker near the 20.
And that's what we're going to have to see a lot of. You're going to have to see some innovation, especially on offense. try to, pick up running yards where we can, but also let's start working on our short passing game because as it seemed, Dinwiddie I don't think has got that strong pass defense, and we just got to be able to see if we can hit those passes and give our quarterbacks protection.
You know, tonight already he has a long 74-yarder to Amari Robinson. He's going to throw again, this time over the middle of the field. Going up for it, making the catch is Will Butler, his first catch of the night. And this is going to be, he refuses to go down. He's on the Eastern View side of midfield near the 45-yard line. We'll check forward progress, but, this is going to be the 43. So that's 29 and 7, 36 yards on the pass play.
Yep.
That sound right? Yeah, I guess it is.
So
no, I'm sorry. It's on the Eastern View side of things. My mistake.
But again, they got to go to him. Butler is a big, tall target, and he runs good routes. And like I said, you need to get the ball in your best player's hands.
16 yards. Here comes Dinwiddie showing pressure this time. From the 36. Jaden Williams, they fake it to him. Hall's got time. He throws downfield. Will Butler hauls it in from the 25, and he's into the end zone from 63 yards out.
Fear the wind. It's a cyclone touchdown. AP Hall 2, Will Butler. How many yards, Mark?
63. The line of scrimmage was a 37.
Now
that's 2 touchdown passes tonight for Hull. One to Amari Robinson of 74 yards, and now this is 63 yards to Will Butler, the team's leading receiver. And just like that, the Cyclones, well, I guess they'll line up for 2 here,
yep.
Steve. They're down 14-12. Why wouldn't you? And they bring Brett Clatterbaugh in to put him in the backfield with Aaron Hall. Branson James is in there. Yep. So the Cyclones will line up to go for 2. If they convert it successfully, it'll be tied up. Let's see who they snap it to. They could snap it to Clatterbaugh. He's back there with Hull, and they do snap it to Clatterbaugh. He's trying to get into the end zone. Here's a push.
And
let's see if he's in. Cyclones say yes. Do the officials say yes?
They're saying he didn't get in.
Well, he didn't get in. That play looked to me, Steve, like it was a little slow developing.
Right. It looked like he was in the way the pile was moving. It was in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
But
so 2-point try, no good. 14-12 Generals over the Cyclones. 2:41 to play in this first quarter. Well, both teams have scored on both their possessions so far, which means the defenses.
I think we're going to, maybe we're looking at a track meet, Mark, but we got to make up those 2 points somewhere.
Well, you're exactly right. Might be on the toe of Braden Capolini. Who knows? 2:41 to play first quarter action. Nominations are now being accepted for the local area Sports Hall of Fame. Nominate anyone that you feel is deserving of respectful local sports recognition at localsportshistory.com/HOF. And we mentioned we are live, and our live sponsor is Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Braden Capolini kicking off from the 40.
Now, I wish they would get off this squib kick. I hope they kick it deep.
Well, I suspect Dinwiddie may have some dangerous return man, but the thing is, Steve, like you say, you always give up the field position with these squib kicks.
Well, he kicked this one.
He did. This one's going to be returned from about the 5-yard line, straight ahead, the ball carrier out to the 40, it looks like, from here. Jaheim Fry made the tackle.
Yeah, it looks like someone's got a cramp.
Well, out to the 36 was the return. 2:31 to play here in the first quarter. 14-12 in favor of Dinwiddie. Mentioned that the Generals are Class 4's defending champions. Steve, they beat Kettle Run in the finals last year, but they won't see them this year, will they?
No. Kettle Run has dropped down to Division III, and they're on odds-on favorite to win a state title at the Division III. Because Phoebus has now moved up to Division IV, and they got a heck of a defense from what I understand down there. And so maybe Kettle Run could see Lake Taylor. They're in Division III. Maybe, who knows? But yeah, they're right now. I would say they're one of the Class Division III teams in the state. But you got Magna Vista, I think, is undefeated at 3.
And I think they're undefeated and number 1 seed in their region.
Yep.
Well, how good is Lord Botetourt this year? You know, the last few years, they were sort of in the mix. They'd get to the finals. I don't think they won it, but they were there.
They're 8-2 this year.
Hopewell had beat them, I know,
Right.
1 year. Another Blue Devils team.
That's right.
Yeah. Speaking of Blue Devils, Verina, the number 2 seed in this region 4B?
Yep. They're playing Cortland tomorrow at Verina. That's going to be a tough game for Cortland.
All right. Harry Dalton is General's quarterback back on the field here. Little play action. Looks like the blocking holds up. He throws it short as the penalty flag comes in, making a quick tackle for Eastern View. Number 20, Andrew White.
It's going to be a hold though against.
No, my mistake, Steve. Number 26. That was Eddie Holmes.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding call here
against Dinwiddie.
Mm-hmm. Stoning area.
Well, that's one thing that's going to slow down this rushing attack, isn't it?
It sure is. I mean, this is going to be starting out to be a barn burner.
Sure is. With that penalty, it'll bring up 1st and 20. There's a reverse handoff, and this one goes to Mikhail Johnson. Gets to the 35, or make it the 34, rather.
Almost original line of scrimmage before the penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how they do on defense. Now they're, like I said, they still got Brett coming in off.
All right, this is the quarterback, Dalton. He just sort of bounces off people, keeps those legs churning, gets near the 40, and it looks like Eddie Holmes may have lost his hat.
Yeah, but he's going to have to go off.
Yeah, there he is there, number 26.
See, what they're doing, Mark, is Dinwiddie's running right at Brett Clouderbaugh. They're getting like 2 hats on him. So he's got to fight through a double team, and with a guy as shifty as Dalton or Tucker, it's going to be hard. I mean, they're really trying to make an account for him.
Minute 53 to play, first quarter. Dinwiddie 14, Eastern View 12. Harry Dalton, play action, throws, receiver, sheds one tackler at the 45 and then fights for additional yardage and gets to midfield and a Dinwiddie first down. And this was McDowell, Savon McDowell, the senior, 6'2", 210-pound tight end, hauls in that first down catch.
We're giving too big a cushion mark on defense on certain pass plays. We've got to be able to, better be able to cover up on man-to-man.
All right, quick throw, near side, out of the backfield. Raphael Tucker.
Brought down by 25, or 26.
Well, that's Eddie Holmes.
Yeah.
Got down to the 39. And a little short of a first down there by about 2.
So what?
Clock running. 40 seconds to play here in this first quarter. 14-12 Dinwiddie. Here's the offensive line shift here. Dalton, the quarterback, Harry Dalton. He'll have what looks to be another Dinwiddie first down.
And again, when they see that unbalanced line, they got to understand that that's where the quarterback's going to do it on a strong side, Mark, and we didn't have anybody over there.
Right.
And they're going to send a guy in motion, so he's trying to take our deep safety away. And like I said, we've got to look how much cushion we're giving him. Now Will Butler's back deep. He should be the rover.
15 seconds, clock ticking. First quarter. This one, incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10. Harry Dalton, the quarterback, threw incomplete on that play. Really, I tell you, their strength is really this run game, isn't it?
Yep, it is. It's a little misdirection, and you just got to give them a little crease because, like I said, look at their offensive line. They're not that big.
Mm-hmm. But apparently,
but they're effective.
Right, very effective last week in their big win over Matoka. Back to the run off right tackle is Mikhail Johnson down to the Eastern View 29. Picked up 9 yards, brings up 3rd and 1.
And that's the end of the quarter.
End of the quarter here. So we've played one at Dinwiddie High School where our score is Generals 14, Cyclones 12. We'll take a break and come back for the start of the second quarter right after this.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community supporters.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. CFC Farm and Home Center, supplying your lawn and garden, pet, and farm needs since 1932. Hometown pricing and outstanding service at CFC Farm and Home. Found in Sons Funeral Home, Culpeper's perpetual best of the best for resources, planning, and support for our entire community. From shirts to banners and everything in between, imprint your message on the community with Cash Imprints. Battlefield Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford, proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and over 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. Battlefield Automotive. Nominations are now being accepted for the local area sports Hall of Fame. Nominate anyone that you feel is deserving of historical local sports recognition at localsportshistory.com/HOF. K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies. Now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern View High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please. UVA Health Culpeper Medical Center is here to care for you and your loved ones at our high-quality primary and specialty care locations right here in our community. Visit uvahealth.com for more information.
Welcome back to our broadcast. Start of the second quarter. A moment ago, a short run by Dinwiddie picked up a first down. And so the Generals, with this new set of downs, they now have it at the 25-yard line of Eastern View. All right, here's the throw. This one caught. Where is he? Into the end zone. Touchdown, Dinwiddie. Let's pick up the numbers, Steve. Couldn't see him. He was out of view. He's going to come into the picture here shortly, I hope. We talked about this vaunted running attack, and yet it's a scoring play off the passing game that Dinwiddie's able to convert here. They go up top 20-12.
Again, we did poor poor coverage there on defense. We're giving them way too much of a cushion. We're trying to, honor the run, and then they went to the pass.
Jackson Van Meter's kick is up and good. 21-12 in favor of the Generals.
And I think it was Savion McDowell caught the touchdown.
Yeah, he was so out of view on that play. 20-12 our score. We are in the second quarter. And this broadcast is brought to you in part by Fountain & Sons Funeral Home, Culpeper's Perpetual Best of the Best for resources, planning and support for our entire community. Fountain & Sons, 825-3530. Also, Battlefield Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford, proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. That's Battlefield. Well, what did you think about that drive, Steve? This was one that started on the Generals 35, and anything really stand out as something that really kept it going for Dinwiddie on that sequence?
Well, we haven't been able to stop them on any of their offensive series so far in the game. They've scored in every offensive possession. And it starts with their quarterback, Dalton, and he's able to basically, he's like a maestro out there.
Yeah.
And be able to direct his offense. He's doing a good job.
Really like the comparison, what you've said there. And so they are, as you pointed out, 3 for 3. 3 possessions, 3 scores. Eastern View's had the ball twice and scored twice. Now they're going to be charged with trying to keep pace here, but they do it again with poor field position as a starting point.
Yeah, they do. And, that one they should have let the roll right into the end zone and come out in the 20, but now they're going to be deep in their own territory. But they've answered every their offensive possession. They've answered and come down with a score, see if they can do it here.
Steve, so one of the knocks on Dinwiddie's defense perhaps is the size of their corners, which is perhaps why Matoka had some success throwing the ball last week. And you've already got 2 touchdown catches tonight, one by Amari Robinson, the first one, and then the second by Will Butler. So Aaron Hall and his teammates know that the passing game is there for them.
Yeah, I mean, they're just...
If the pressure can be thwarted.
Yeah.
Penalty flag comes in on the tackle here as Hull is wrestled to the ground.
That's going to be a roughing the passer after the play, so it's going to be an automatic first down personal foul.
He's talking about the passing game can be successful, but it's contingent upon good blocking up front and protecting Hull, giving him time. So they're going to tack on this penalty now against Dinwiddie.
Yeah. I'll call it 15.
Well, now they're going to walk it off from the 10.
So that gets them out of the deep in their own territory, moves them out to, looks like,
to the left. There we go. 20, 25. All right. So 1st and 10 now. Cyclones, a little breathing room now, Steve, from the 25 as opposed to the 10-yard line. All right. That means start the clock.
yeah.
21-12 our score in favor of Dinwiddie. On the run is Jaden Williams over that left side. Straight ahead he goes. Here's another penalty flag comes in at the end of this play. Let's see, was that Williams or Fry? That was actually Jaheim Fry who lost his hat for the moment.
But he's going to get a penalty because they got a late hit on him, and it's going to be another personal foul.
Mark it off. As we tell you, we have 11:09 to play here in the second quarter.
Oh, face mask.
Dinwiddie up 21-12, but back-to-back penalties now against Dinwiddie, Steve. From the 10 to the 25 with the unsportsmanlike, and now another one to tack on here out to the 47. So Eastern View did start at the 10, but the back-to-back penalties now have moved the football to the Cyclone 47.
Yeah, but it's personal foul, then a personal foul face mask.
The big personal foul calls now against Dinwiddie certainly gives Eastern View quite a bit more breathing room. They go on the ground here. Jaheim Fry spins off the first defender. He got past midfield, probably line of scrimmage. Forward progress will be the Dinwiddie 49. We'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, Fry had a better open if he broke it out a little bit more to his left, and he had a bigger hole, but he tried to take it up inside. And that's where all the Dinwiddie defenders were.
Yeah, we'll call it the Dinwiddie 49. It's second down and 7 here. Clock runs, 10:20 to play, second quarter action. Dinwiddie 21, Eastern View 12. Man in motion there. Here on the jet sweep is Brock out to the 30, make it the 45, rather. Pick up of 4 yards. Brings up a manageable 3rd and 3 for these Cyclones, Steve. You mentioned that Dinwiddie's had the ball 3 times. They've scored on all 3 possessions. Eastern View scored on their first 2 possessions. This is possession number 3. And, of course, as you said, they really do need to keep pace.
They do. They can't get too far behind against Dinwiddie. They need to pace and basically score here.
3rd down and short. Only need about a yard here to keep it going. And they're going to ask Hull to do it. Little delay start there, waiting for it to develop a little bit of a crease for him to go through. He found it. He got to the 40. New set of downs for these Cyclones, Steve. 1st and 10 now from the Generals 40.
Yeah, now, I would do a little play action here maybe, and then look for Will Butler or Robinson deep. See what they do. See what they go here. Because Brett's back up in the backfield.
Will Butler is in there, number 21. Number 9 is DeAndre Brock.
And we have stoppage.
Amari Robinson is number 7. He's going to line up wide right, top of your screen when we get going here.
Well, I don't understand what the delay is.
Well, maybe I'm not sure what this is all about. Doesn't look like either team has called a timeout.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do here, what the call is.
Well, it's 1st and 10 Cyclones from the Generals 40. Again, 21-12 our score in favor of Dinwiddie. 9:21 to play here in this second quarter. And this is sort of an unusual delay, Steve.
It is that, because it wasn't a timeout or.
Hull.
Uh-oh. That's going to be 5 yards. He flinched.
Which one?
Eastern
View?
65. He flinched a little bit.
With Grayson Yates, the center. All right, move it back to the 45.
Yeah,
Make it 1st and 15 now.
It was number 64, not 65.
64?
Yep.
Antonio Heredia. 65 is the center, yep. Grayson Yates. All right, now, 1st and 15 from the 45. Hull in the pistol. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hull's going to throw it, or at least hope to. Going to be flushed out of the pocket. He's going to be sacked for the first time here tonight. Huge loss.
Yeah, I mean, he was in there. I mean, but Aaron doesn't have that big breakaway speed. He has his speed when he gets going is when he gets going downhill. He's running sideways and running for his life. And so now it's going to be a holding penalty. Declined, though, by Dinwiddie.
Sacked him back at the 43-yard line. Loss of 8 yards on the play. And as you pointed out, holding penalty came in as well. But look where they've got to get all the way down to the 29 of Dinwiddie for a first down.
Yeah, they declined the penalty, so.
All right, well, do we have 4th and 25? Is that what we're looking at? How did we get there?
Timeout, yeah. If it's 4th and 25, we got a punt.
Eastern View calls a timeout. Our timeout sponsor is UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial wellness of our members and of the Culpeper community. UVAcreditunion.org. And this broadcast brought to you in part by Cash Imprints, from shirts to banners and everything in between. Imprint your message on the community. Cash Imprints, 317-1473. All right. Well, This sounds more like it, Steve, second, because on that penalty it made it 1st and 15, then the sack down back to the 43, and then they declined the penalty. So that it remains 2nd down. But they've got to get to the Eastern View 30, Dinwiddie 30 for a 1st down here, so they need 27 yards here. But it is 2nd down.
Right, that's where you got to dial up. That's where your big players make big plays, and this is what you're going to have to dial up on here, right here. And you really got 2 downs to get it, so you're going to have an offensive play here in your repertoire, so you can get you about 15 yards and put you in a better position on 3rd down.
Well, I'm not really sure about this line. Well, Hull is coming back. He was lining up out there as the receiver, and there was nobody to take the hike. Now he does. Now he throws it out there, setting up the screen for Jaheim Fry. He does have a blocker. He gets back a chunk of that lost yard. It's going to bring up 3rd down, and they're going to need about 11, it looks like, here.
Well, that was, like I said, they got to get some big yards. They did on that screen play, and they got to keep doing that. They got to, the Generals are pinning their ears back, Mark. They're really trying to put pressure on Hull, and so he's got to hit some quick hitters and mainly, get that running game going.
Well, I said 3rd and 11. It's more like 3rd and 17 here.
Okay.
Sometimes finding that ball where they're marking has been a little difficult.
Yeah.
Here.
Not as bad as Bowman, but there.
It's at the Dinwiddie 46, and they need to get to the Dinwiddie 30 for a 1st down. So 3rd down. Well, that's going to bring up 5 more yards they're going to need to get.
That's on the coaching staff, Mark. It's not on the players. That's on the coaching staff. You got to get the play in on time.
Right now, from 46, move it back to the Eastern View 48-yard line. Here's Hull. He throws. This one nearly picked off, intended for Brett Clatterball out there. And defending for Dinwiddie was Davion Wilson.
All right.
Now we're going to see our first punt of the game, or so we think.
Yep, I think we are. This defense, first defensive stop of the 1st half, marked by either team.
So advantage Dinwiddie in the sense they've scored 3 times in 3 tries, 3 possessions. Now Eastern View will punt this one away.
You're still, and right now they got to take. The Generals are taking a timeout.
Generals taking a timeout. Well, I want to tell you this broadcast brought to you in part by UVA Health, Culpeper Medical Center, here to care for you and your loved ones at our quality primary and specialty care locations right here in our community. Learn more at uvahealth.com. And CFC Farm and Home Center, the service, knowledge, and products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and equine since 1932. That's CFC Farm and Home Center. Well, with that timeout on the field, stops the clock, was 8:29 to play. Here in the 2nd quarter at Dinwiddie High School, Region 4B quarterfinal game, and the Generals, defending Class 4 state champions, enjoy a 21-12 advantage right now, and they have forced Eastern View to punt this football.
Yep, that's true. They have.
Yeah, they say watch the fake because if your punter is also the quarterback, there's always that possibility. Right now, Hull stands inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to kick this one away. It's going to be a short kick. Let's check the roll. Takes a little bit of a cyclone roll, not much, but probably the worst field position Dinwiddie's had tonight, Steve. They send their offense back on the field. They're going to start from their own 28 with a 9-point lead.
Well, and I think what's going to happen right now is that the Eastern View defense has got to start showing up. They've got to make some plays. Brett Clatterball and company have got to start making some plays here on defense and get their, to get their offense back on the field. Because if they keep doing this, it's going to wear out our defense, especially in the 2nd half.
Well, 8:19 to play here in the 2nd. Another shift with that changing the balance of that line, Steve. This one, snap to Harry Dalton, the quarterback. Dalton ran it He got past the 30 to the 31. Give him 4 yards. 2nd and 6 here. And closer to the 32. All right. Harry Dalton, number 6. Lines up in that pistol formation. He's got Raphael Tucker, senior running back there, 5'11", 195. They fake it to him. They throw near side, incomplete. This one intended for number 15, Xander Nesmith.
Again, that was a good throwback screen. Try to get the defense go one way, and they turn around and throw a screen the other way. But the pass was poorly thrown. But again, now see if Cyclones can force a punt here. Is it 3rd down?
Sure is. And looks like about 3rd and 6. Throwing on the run. This one deflected, and I think you just got your wish, Steve. So on this 3 and out, we'll see Dinwiddie's punt team for the first time as well.
Yeah, I think I don't expect the Generals to go for this. Maybe I might be wrong.
I'd be real surprised if they did, but the punter is Joshua Adams, number 3. It's not going to be him. It's going to be the quick kick, if you will, by Harry Dalton, the quarterback. Let's check the spot there because I don't see the ball. Do you?
The ball was kicked well, but it went out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be.
Oh, there we go. Now we can see it. All right. Looks like it's going to be just inside the near the 40-yard line. So now Eastern View back on offense. We'll have good field position with 7:29 to play here in the 2nd quarter. Cyclones trail 21-12. Winner advances to next week's Region 4B's one of the semifinal games. Likely to play King George, if I understand the pairings right. That is, presumes, of course, they beat Hanover.
Right. And Hanover's, we lost to them last year.
Yeah, we went down there last year and played Hanover, and that was a good game. Eastern View came up on the short end of that one.
So now with 7:29 to go here in the 2nd quarter, Mark, I'm thinking, what we're going to do on offense. Ball control, try to get a running game so it sets up our passing game. And try to get, again, I'm not afraid of Dinwiddie defensively.
Mm-hmm.
It's the offense that gets them going. It's their engine. So we've got, the kids have got to understand that. And they got to block. And they got to stop committing dumb penalties.
Decent field position this time for the Cyclones as their starting point, which is going to be the 38. And I really like the idea that if Hull has time, I think this passing game can really be very effective and keep the Cyclones in it and give them a good chance of winning. But, they've got to give them the time. They do go to the ground here. Jaheim Fry spun down near the line of scrimmage.
And see, when the flow is going that way, if Fry would cut back, and he had a wide open lane going the other way, but again, you got to see it. It'll be interesting here. But you don't want a turnover down here by any stretch of the mean.
Looks like you lost a yard in the play. 2nd and 11. Let's check the clock. Just under 7 minutes to play. Here in the 2nd quarter, Dinwiddie High School. Generals up 21-12 right now. Aaron Hull spreads out this offense. 3 receivers near side. Hull's going to keep it. He's going to run hard, and they're going to gang tackle him eventually. Doesn't go to the ground, but the line of scrimmage was the 36. He's out near the 41. It'll be a pickup of 5. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Now see if we can get this 6 yards, Mark. And then, let's see what our short passing game is going to look like. Or we can go by the run, but again, get a hat on somebody. I like Will Butler on a slant here, coming across.
On a 3rd and 5. Could be Amari Robinson. He's wide left. 3rd and 5 Cyclones. Here's Hull. He's got time. He airs it out downfield, going up for it. Will Butler at the 30-yard line, and a first down for Eastern View. That's a 28-yard pass play for a first down from Hull to Will Butler, and a new set of downs for these Cyclones, Steve, who really need to keep pace.
That was an excellent play there. You give it to one of your budding superstars right now, Will Butler, 21, 6'5". He just goes up and high points the ball. and he's able to hold on to it. He's opening up a few eyes being only a sophomore.
The very thing we talked about is that the passing game is there for the Cyclones if they can give whole time. Back to the run they go. Jaheim Fry, over that right tackle. And got to about the 25 for a pickup of 4 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 6. This broadcast brought to you in part by K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies. Now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern View High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please. 825-8371. All right, check the clock. 5:20 and counting. Second quarter action. From the 25, it's 2nd down and 5 Cyclones. Hull fakes. Here comes some pressure. He throws downfield. End zone. This one is intercepted. It was intended for Amari Robinson. And Dinwiddie gets the pick and turns back that Eastern View threat. And it looked like, Steve, it was number 6, Harry Dalton, the quarterback who plays defensive back. They've got a lot of two-way starters in this Dinwiddie team. They keep their athletes out there predominantly.
Well, that's where Robinson's got to learn, Mark, to become a defender on that play and knock the ball. Don't let it get intercepted. He just kind of got knocked off a little bit, didn't even make a try for the ball. You've got to, become there, a defense, and knock that ball down, give your offense another chance.
Yep, and turnover with 5:01 to play in the second. Dinwiddie offense back onto the field. They enjoy a 9-point lead right now, 21-12 our score. Here comes Harry Dalton, the quarterback, going to run it. He's going to pick up about 3 yards out to the 23. 2nd and 7 on its way. This broadcast, I want to tell you that, nominations are now being accepted for the local area sports Hall of Fame. Nominate anyone you feel is deserving of respectful local sports recognition. You can do so at localsportshistory.com/HOF. All right, let's check the clock. Continues to run, 4:30 and counting. Here is Harry Dalton, going to keep it. Got a block, breaks a tackle. He's in the open field, and he's sort of very difficult to bring down. He got inside the Eastern View 40 out to the 38. Pickup of about 38 yards on the play. Let's check. There's a penalty flag down. See if they're going to bring it back. And Steve, I'm looking at a Eastern View player on the ground here.
See what the number 26.
Eddie Holmes.
Eddie Holmes. And see what the flag is. It might be holding.
Flag was thrown near that line of scrimmage.
Yep, that usually indicates holding.
Eddie Holmes a little slow getting up, but he's on his feet, headed to the sideline.
So it's going to negate, this penalty should negate a big gainer by Dalton. But Dalton's the real deal, Mark.
Harry Dalton? Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure is.
Doolin Dalton.
Can run it and pass it. He's shown he's difficult to bring down.
It's an old Eagle song.
What's that?
Doolin Dalton's.
I might recognize it if I heard it.
Yeah.
Title doesn't ring a bell.
See what the call is here. Officials still discussing it. It's going to be moved from the spot.
Yeah, so the line of scrimmage was the 23. Now they'll walk it off.
Crackback block, that's what it was. That's a 15-yarder.
Back to the 11-yard line. And 2nd down and long. The Generals need to get to the 30-yard line for a first down.
Let's see what.
So 2nd down, 19 here. Yep, back to the run, right off left tackle into the Cyclones secondary, burst of speed, and now only one man has a chance to get him, and he won't get there as Raphael Tucker takes it to the house. 89-yard touchdown run for Dinwiddie. Touchdown Generals. It is 27-12 with 3:58 to play. Steve, how about that play by Dinwiddie?
It was a heck of a play, Mark. Again, poor tackling, and he ran right up the middle It wasn't a big, overall hole, but again, we didn't have anybody there, and he outran us. Once he got to that second level, he was gone, and again, we just had poor execution, poor tackling on defense. Now we're really into a hole.
Jackson Van Meter's kick is good. 28-12 in favor of Dinwiddie. 89-yard touchdown run. Raphael Tucker.
See, on that's what you can't. When you have them deep in your own territory and they rip off almost a 90-yard run, where was your defense? Where was, again, Dinwiddie, give them credit. They got hats on everybody. They blocked and gave them a little bit of a crease of a hole, and Tucker took it to the house.
On a 2nd down and 19 from the 11-yard run, you had this running back, Raphael Tucker, explode for an 89-yard touchdown run to extend that Generals lead. And the point after, 28-12 is our score here late in the second quarter with 3:59 to play. Well,
I'm saying this.
Yes.
We're going to have to score here. I think if we don't score on this possession, they go in with that big lead. That's just going to give them all the momentum coming out here in the start of the second half.
Yep. Dinwiddie will kick off. That'll be Jackson Van Meter kicking off from the 40-yard line. (28-12) our score. These defending Class 4 state champions off to a very good start here tonight at home against the visiting Cyclones. And I believe this was Amari Robinson from the 10, returned it out to about the 22. 12-yard return, average field position for the Cyclones, who trailed now by 16 points. I guess you have to sort of look back in the season, Steve, and not to put you on the spot, but can you pinpoint a moment in time that you remember where they were down by this much and had to come back?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not this season. King George didn't go away until late in the game. Yeah. Late in the game. I mean, right now, I just think our kids look shell-shocked. I mean, they're just not playing the way they're capable of playing. There are too many mistakes or trying to do so too much. Let the offense come to them.
Oh, low snap. Picks it up.
I mean, we get low snaps, poor defensive alignment, and poor, tackling. And that spells a recipe for disaster, and that's what's happening right now.
Well, it looks like Hull was able to get back to the line of scrimmage off that not a very good snap. Had a little difficulty getting a handle on it, and that brought the defense in. He was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd and 10 now from the 20. Well, I'm actually lost a couple yards from the 21. Back to the run they go. And this is Williams, I believe, out near the 25 or 30, rather.
And you got to get the ball into your playmakers, Mark, and that's what we're not been doing. I mean, again, you're going to Will Butler, but I'd be going to him so they can stop it. I mean, I know they're going to try double coverage with a deep safety over the top, but again, you got to learn, maybe a play action will freeze that safety, but let Will go and go up and get it.
All right, here's a 3rd and 3 for the Cyclones. We've got to get to the 33 here. Hull, Williams will block for him. Pump fakes, keeps it, now throws it to the right. This one caught Will Butler, and he'll have a Cyclone first down. He hauled it in right at the 40-yard line for a pickup of 10 yards and an Eastern View first down.
That was good play, good catch by Butler. Like I said, you got to go to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he only needed 1 foot down in high school, so big first down pickup. 4.
Needed 3, and he picked up 9. They moved the sticks, reset here. 1st and 10 Cyclones now from the 39-yard line, 2:28 to play, second quarter action. Our score, Dinwiddie 28, Eastern View 12. Winner to advance to next week's semifinal game between the winner of the Eastern View versus Hanover game here tonight. Here's Hull. Here comes the pressure. Steps up, gets rid of it. No one out there. Will there be a penalty flag for that one?
No.
Maybe not.
You can throw it away. They're not saying anything. they're going to
Here it is here. Is that an intentional grounding?
Yep.
Yep, that's what I was kind of thinking.
Yep. No one was there. He was still within the tackle box. He had to get out of it to throw it out.
You'll see the call coming up here. There it is. That's the intentional grounding call. And see, that always costs you the loss of down, too.
Yep, it sure does. It's interesting on this series not seeing Brett in on offense.
Loss of down, loss of yardage.
Second and long.
You didn't do anything on the.
I'm just saying, what is taking so long? These officials just take forever to, you know, they explain it, but then they take forever to mark it off.
Yeah, it always seems like it takes a really long time. You don't think it's my imagination, do you?
No. No, it could
It does feel that way.
2:22.
To play?
Yep. In the first half.
Yep. 28-12.
Again, this is taking a long time. Penalties.
Just sort of.
Now they're moving it up because it's a 5-yard penalty, but it's a loss of down. Or is it 10 yards?
Well, now it looks like we've got a decision in place here. Ball now at the 30-yard line. And we third down and long. 3 receivers near side. 2 actually. One to the
officials are now
knees.
talking about it again. What can they?
It just is a sort of an annoying
I
situation,
know.
don't you think?
Exactly.
It really interrupts the flow of the
One
game.
of the officials questioning the mark. He said he threw his intentional grounding. He was out of the. It should be second down, loss of down, which was on first when he committed. It should be second down, not third. Because it was first down, so he lost it down. Should be second down.
And Steve, is this really irritating, or am I easily annoyed? Or is it both?
It's like, come on, guys, do your job.
Play. I mean, it's like, what is these long conferences and decisions to make? You know?
It was on first down. That first down play is intentional grounding, so you lose that down, and then it's a penalty, and now it's second down.
And very long. Let's check and see where they have to get to our first down. It's third and long.
They're still trying to figure it out.
This is annoying.
I know. It's like Jeopardy.
Yeah, but that's only, what, a few seconds.
Yep.
You know when the end's coming. When the music stops playing, right?
Exactly.
Here's pressure shown by the Generals. They keep it on the ground. Jaden Williams looking for some running room. Finds a little thanks to some determined effort. It's going to be a short gain here. Going to bring up third down.
Third and forever.
I'm going to see if we can get a little help along the way trying to find those other markers, Steve, as we. Here's another penalty flag comes in late with this one. What's this one all about?
Yeah, what's this one do? Butler didn't say anything. See what this one is.
Yeah, it's a dead ball foul.
It's going to go. Looks like it's going to go against Dinwiddie.
Well, here's one that works against the Generals. And so this is a personal foul.
Yeah.
Being tacked on against Dinwiddie.
So that'd be a. So that'd be a first down enough to get him? No, because they had to kick up what?
And you're right, because it's not automatic, is it?
No.
Out across the 45. When they finally put the ball down, I think they're going to have it at the 46. They have put it down. All right.
Yeah.
But it's going to be third down and short, about 3rd and 3 from there. We can see it now.
Yeah.
It's just annoying delays that they have in these games now. As Hull's going to keep it, and he's going to get first down yardage.
Yeah.
He broke a couple of tackles, and he's still fighting for additional yards. He got inside that Dinwiddie 40-yard line, Steve. Nice pickup by Hull. And, you know, I think he understands he's got to take charge right here to keep the Cyclones on pace.
Exactly. Good run there by Aaron Hall.
Now from the 39, 38 it is. And
Dinwiddie's calling timeout.
all right. Well, I want to tell you that we are live, and of course our live sponsor is Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. We have a minute 29 to play here in the second quarter of this first half, Region 4B quarterfinal game between the defending Class 4 state champion Dinwiddie Generals taking on the visiting Eastern View Cyclones. So 28-12 our score. Very key drive now for Eastern View, Steve, where they really have to cash in on it.
Yeah, they sure do. And I think they've got to come away with some points to kind of put some pressure on Dinwiddie.
Well, they got a first down now at the through the Cyclones from the Generals 38. Here's Hull. Looking for a receiver, going to swing it out near side, Jaden Williams. Williams at the 30, then dives forward near the 25-yard line. Another Eastern View first down. So Cyclones are moving now. They are they really had to appreciate that unsportsmanlike penalty against Dinwiddie to keep this drive going.
They sure did. Now you want to maybe find Will Butler in the end zone. High point the ball.
Yeah, from the 27. Here's Hull. Stepping up. Here comes the pressure, back pedals. They're going to tackle him at the 35. Looks like the ball was loose. Dinwiddie says they have it. Let's see what the call is here. Somehow, Hull lost it. Coming up with it was Raphael Tucker.
Yeah, but did did the ground cause it or what?
Well, if you watch Dinwiddie, you say they got a fumble, but the official hasn't made the ruling yet. How long will this take?
Yep, I know. I'm watching the official see what the. This is the weirdest of the last 3 minutes here in this half I've ever seen in football. I mean, the indecisions and and what these calls are going to make. Are they going to say fumble? Yep.
No. All right. How about a word?
No way. Yep, they're giving it back to him. Come on, man. So.
All right. Well, line of scrimmage was the 27. Then he lost yardage. Now they have it at the 34.
So again, we got to sit there.
They need about 17 yards, Steve, for a first down. Hull's going to throw. This one is caught by Amari Robinson out there near the 30, and Robinson fights for additional yardage.
He gets it. He gets the first down.
No, he's got to get to the, I know what you're thinking, 17. Because the line of scrimmage was the 27. Right, then you had the sack. Now they got to get to the 17. Now let's check that marker. And what down do we have? Because it's
third down.
Let's say third. All right. And the ball now at the 25. So Robinson picked up 9 yards. And they've got to get to the Dinwiddie 17. So they need 8 here on third down. You can see it now clearly from the 25. 3rd and 8. Hull. 2 receivers left. 1 to the right is Will Butler. We've got stoppage here.
Yep, timeout.
There's going to be a timeout taken by Eastern View.
And I've been looking, Mark. I haven't seen Brett Clatterbar. It's not on offense. I don't see him on the sideline either. Or he must be, because it's number 10 for Eastern View is taking his place.
Keegan Brown.
Keegan Brown, yep. On offense.
Well, you've got a minute. Well, you actually 52 seconds to play second quarter. So critical that Eastern View comes away with some points here, don't you think?
Yeah, they do. I mean, even if they have to attempt the field goal, at least to get it, again, within reasons. But even with a field goal, it's not going to help them too much. They only give them 15 points. They still need 2 touchdowns to be better off if they can get a touchdown here. And again, I would think that Will Butler would be your target. He's all the way on the right here, lining up far. And just now, they got safety help over the top, so you've got to drag somebody in motion to take away that safety. See if they do it.
All right, on 3rd and 8 from the 25. Williams, the ball carrier. And he's going nowhere as they force him out of bounds on a loss, and yet another penalty flag comes in. And this is what these last few minutes, these last 3 or 4 minutes have been marred by penalty flags and some late, very slow decision making out there.
I wouldn't run on that. I would, like I said, you got Will Butler, 6'5". They don't have anybody tall to even get them, to defend him. You can send him on a go route into the end zone, just throw him, let him high point the ball.
And I really believe that establishing that running game is more of a challenge against this Dinwiddie defense than the passing game.
Holding.
No,
Offset.
well, it's offsetting penalty. It looked like it was a face mask against Dinwiddie, and then I'm not sure about Eastview, but it's offsetting, so it's third down, and really essentially you replay the down.
You play it down.
Now, Keegan Brown is in there, you mentioned. I do not see Brett Clatterball.
No, I do not. I wonder if he might be a little bit injured.
And they're going to load up this left side with 3 receivers. Butler is widest of the 3.
So they should do some play action to slow that rush down.
There it is, 3rd and 8. They try to pick up the pressure. Hull's going to heave it near side. There's a penalty flag coming in, and Will Butler says it's going to work against Dinwiddie here.
It's going to be interference against Dinwiddie. So
but then rather than have it at the spot, like we see it at a different level of play, they're going to come back to the line of scrimmage and mark it off, aren't they?
15 yards, yep.
And it was 3rd and 8 from the 25 when that pass was thrown.
They'll make a first down. They'll get them.
40 seconds showing to play in this second quarter.
Oh, they're waving it off.
Oh, wow. All right, now it brings up a 4th and 8 from the 25.
Still got to go for it here, Mark. 40 seconds to go. You can't punt here. They need a score. So.
Yeah, I don't think they'd punt. Well, the idea would be, would you try a field goal here? And I don't think you would be like a 42-yarder.
Yeah, and that's a little bit out of Capellini's range.
And you've seen what Eastern View and Aaron Hull, they've had some success on 3rd and long. They know they have that capability with their playmakers here. I really like the idea of this passing attack, but you've got to give Hull some time.
Yeah.
You can't expect him to work a miracle if you don't give him some time to be effective. On 3rd and 8, Williams is back there blocking. He does pick up a block. They're throwing for Butler, who tried to make a diving catch, couldn't do it. Pretty good coverage out there applied by Mikael Johnson. And now Eastern View, Steve, has turned it over on downs, and they will be thwarted in their attempt to put some points on the scoreboard here late in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was a pretty weird offensive series here for Eastern View. But, Mark, I'm seeing a bigger thing. I don't see Brett coming on in defense.
Well, you can see him in the picture there.
He's got crutches on.
Those look like crutches to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a big blow to lose him.
In a perfect world, we'd say, let's go down to our sideline correspondent, Aaron Andrews, find out what's happening with Brett Clatterball. But you see somebody on crutches, not a good sign. You say victory formation here taken, and a knee by this quarterback, Harry Dalton, who's had a really good first half. They're going to let these final 25 seconds just tick off, and Dinwiddie's content to go to the intermission and the locker room with a 16-point lead at home, 28-12 over Eastern View, Steve.
Yep.
As these final seconds tick off. And we might as well say it's a half because these two teams are headed to the locker room. All right. Well, that's the end of our first half with our score. Generals 28, Cyclones 12. We'll take a break for the intermission and halftime, and we'll come back when these two teams are ready to start this third quarter. Stay tuned. You're watching the Region 4B quarterfinal game and the Cyclones here on the Culpeper Media Network.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community supporters.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. CFC Farm and Home Center, supplying your lawn and garden, pet, and farm needs since 1932. Hometown pricing and outstanding service at CFC Farm and Home. Found in Sons Funeral Home, Culpeper's perpetual best of the best for resources, planning, and support for our entire community. From shirts to banners and everything in between, imprint your message on the community with Cash Imprints. Battlefield Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and over 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. Battlefield Automotive. Nominations are now being accepted for the local area sports Hall of Fame. Nominate anyone that you feel is deserving of historical local sports recognition at localsportshistory.com/HOF. K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies. Now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern View High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please. UVA Health Culpeper Medical Center is here to care for you and your loved ones. Our high-quality primary and specialty care locations right here in our community. Visit uvahealth.com for more information.
All right, well, welcome back to our broadcast. All set to start the third quarter of action here at Dinwiddie High School in this Region 4B quarterfinal matchup. And these the hometown team, the Generals, seem to be in pretty good command, Steve Peacock, 28-12 as we start the third quarter.
Yeah, they do, Mark. And, I mean, it was all the Harry Dalton show and Raphael Tucker show first half. We were matching them, the first two scores. We had an extra point blocked, and we didn't make it on our second score. We didn't get in on the 2-point conversion. But ever since then, it's been all Dinwiddie from there.
28-12. Cyclones did keep pace for a while. Back-to-back touchdowns, both teams. But then Dinwiddie pulled away. Eastview turned back a couple of times. And then worse news, seeing Brett Clatterball along the sidelines with crutches under his armpits. And so here's this kickoff. This is going to be returned from about the 10-yard line. And out to near the 40 was Amari Robinson. So out of the gate, the return man there gives Eastern View some excellent field position to start things. We look back on that first half, Steve. One of the things that stands out to me for Dinwiddie was their big play capability. But Eastern View had a couple big plays as well. I think the running game's been really tough for Eastern View to stop. I think Eastern View's passing game can be there as long as Hull has time.
Yeah, as long as Hull has time. And the only way you're going to give them time is usually go play action. That will slow down that rush a little bit and make sure. Is there a penalty on that? Looks like it is.
Must be. I didn't see it come down, but the referee in the white hat says it's holding against.
Blocking back or holding.
Yeah, against.
They declined it.
But look where they are, though, because the return was out to the 40.
Yeah, why?
And look at this. This is going to be terrible starting field position for the Cyclones.
Well, they didn't decline. It means they accepted it.
Well, look where they've marked it, at the 13. So whatever happened in terms of the penalty situation was not good for the Cyclones, to say the least. Jaden Williams, the ball carrier, not much doing there.
Yeah, we're not getting a good push with our offensive line and allowing them to get the holes. And Jaden's got to make sure he has a hole to run through. And right now, that hole's being shut down by Dinwiddie.
So no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 here. Cyclones trailing 28-12 here in this opening minute of the third quarter. Aaron Hall, the quarterback. Jaden Williams back there alongside him. And Steve, is Clatterball back in the game?
No.
He's not. That was Keegan Brown in for him tonight at this point.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see Brett. He's over there sitting on the table, on the bench there with his ankle wrapped in ice. I'd be very surprised if we see him.
Jaden Williams, the ball carrier there. 3rd down coming up. And 6.
See if they can convert on this play. Get them some momentum.
3rd down, about 6. Hull. Handoff. Jaden Williams to the right side. Not enough for a first down. We're going to bring on that punting team for Eastern View.
Yeah, that was a poor offensive series right there for Eastern View. Now they're going to have to punt from deep in their own territory, and guess what? Dinwiddie's going to get back. Their return man's just almost at midfield. They're going to get good field position right here.
Well, is it Hull back there, standing near the end zone?
Well, they're not going to fake punt back here. I can tell you that. I'll be surprised.
Well, you wouldn't think so. And they don't. Let's check the kick. It's a high one. Fair catch signaled for. This one is loose. I think he touched it. Ball is loose. Eastern View is going to recover it. Dinwiddie's side of the midfield at the 40-yard line. I think it was Branson James who came away with that kick. Well, it was a fair catch called for. He just wasn't able to get a handle on that ball. And then that fumble gives Eastern View an opportunity. Well, that's how you get a first down on fourth down, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, again, that was, Dinwiddie didn't field it properly, and Eastern View was right there to get on the ball, and this is what they needed. See if this spark right here can get them into the end zone, Mark.
Eastern View on the Dinwiddie 43 here. Opportunity now for the Cyclones. Trying to close that gap of 16 points. 28-12 our score. Near side strike to Will Butler near the 35-yard line. We'll have about 8 yards on the play. Bring it up second and short.
And that's what they got to go to. They got to go to their go-to receivers, Mark, and that would be Robinson and Will Butler, because Brett Clatterbow, as we said, he's out with an ankle injury. And so we're not going to see him pretty much on offense. But now you got other players to step up mentality and see if they can make a play. And I like Will Butler being able to make a play here in this end zone.
Look, they've spotted it at the 37. It's 2nd and 4. Hull going to keep it. Going to try to fight for yardage. Won't get any additional yardage. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3. Yeah, gave him 2. It's like 3rd and 2 here now.
Yep, 3rd and 2. Big 3rd down play here, Mark.
Hull is back there along with Jaden Williams, who's going to block. Hull's going to throw. This one caught and tackled immediately, but picking up a first down is that Cyclone receiver out there. Could you pick up the number?
Robinson.
Amari Robinson.
So, yep, it was Robinson. No, number 3 for Eastern.
No, it's Trayvon Brock.
Trayvon Brock, sorry. We want to make sure we get it right.
Well, we couldn't see it. Now from the 33-yard line. 8:20 to play, 3rd quarter action. 28-12, Generals. Here's Hull. Pump fake. Now he's going to throw. He's looking for Will Butler. Can Butler get under it? No, he cannot. He dove for it. Looked like he got one hand on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it in, Steve.
I thought he was going to bring it in too. A little bit underthrown, Mark, but again, Butler was there, and he's saying, hey, he was interfered with, but the officials didn't think so.
Maybe he was. Although I think is it a tendency for a receiver to look for a penalty flag when he didn't catch the football?
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get a little help from the official. All right.
So we'll see what we can do here, Mark. Now it brings up, what's it down, 2nd or 3rd?
I've got 3rd.
3rd down, I do too.
About 10. On the ground they go. This looks like Jaden Williams.
We stopped about a yard short, Mark. Looks like they were going to mark it. But again, it's 2-down territory. I mean, it's 4th down. They got to go for it here.
Looks like they gave it to him.
Oh, they did. That's a generous spot.
At the 22. Yeah, he needed 10. He picked up 11.
Yep.
First down. Cyclones now at the Generals 22. 7:40. Clock ticking. 3rd quarter action. Dinwiddie 28. Eastern View 12. That was our score at the intermission. Eastern View is taking his 3rd quarter kickoff. Started their own 13. They've got it down to Dinwiddie 22. Jaden Williams to the outside. There goes Williams. Makes a cut. Then spins his way forward inside the 15 down to about the 13. Another big pickup by Williams. Going to bring up second and short. We got an injured Cyclone player on the ground.
See who the player is. Can't see from here.
Well, as they attend to him, we'll tell you that, we are live. Our live sponsor is Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556.
See who the player is. Can't make him out here yet, but I'm looking over the bench and I see, Brett was he's sitting on the bench back there. With his leg wrapped up in ice. You just got a feel for him.
All right. Well, we've got an injured player. Let's take a timeout, quick timeout, come back when we're ready to resume play. Keep it right here on the Culpeper Media Network.
Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. CFC Farm and Home Center, 825-2200. Found & Sons, 825-3530. Cash Imprints, 317-1473. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. Nominate today at localsportshistory.com. K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies, 825-8371. UVA Health Culpeper Medical Center, 829-4100.
All right. Welcome back to our broadcast. It's like from the 13-yard line now. The Cyclones have it. Back to the run they go. Not much doing there.
Should be a first down, though. Yeah, they're going to move it.
Enough for a first down, huh?
Yep. Should be.
Yeah, they do. They move it, and they can get ball is at the 13, so they could get to the 3 for another first down if they need to. All right, here it is. First and 10 Cyclones. General's 13-yard line. 6:40, clock ticking. Third quarter, 28-12. Dinwiddie. Jaden Williams right side. Williams finds his way into the end zone from 13 yards out.
Fear the wind. It's a Cyclone touchdown. Williams from how many yards, Mark?
13.
13.
Makes it 28-18 with 6:30 to play here in the third quarter.
Well, they got to go for 2 here, because that would put them down, 28-20. It'd be a one-score game.
Check some of the personnel back there. Looks like Hull, along with Jaden Williams in the backfield.
Really lining up tight.
Handoff. This is Fry. He's going to be a little bit shy of it. Won't get in. Because Dinwiddie defense holds there.
Yeah. They scrambled real quick. I thought maybe Fry had a little opening. He was able to squeeze it in, but he was unable to.
All right, 28-18. Cyclones cut the Generals' lead to 10. All right, this broadcast brought to you in part by Found & Sons Funeral Home, Culpeper's perpetual best of the best. For resources, planning, and support for our entire community, Found & Sons, 825-3530. And Battlefield, Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. That's Battlefield. All right. So 28-18 our score. We have 6 minutes and 30 seconds to play here in the third.
Now we got to really have to have our defense, Mark, start to step up and shut down this potent Dinwiddie offense, because that's the only way we're going to get back into this game. Because we can't keep matching them scores because we're already down 10.
Yep. Braden Cappellini will kick off for Eastern View, which just scored the first points of this third quarter. The score at the intermission was 28-12. It's currently 28-18. The pressure will shift now to that Eastern View defense, won't it?
Mm-hmm.
Here's Cappellini's kick.
boot kick.
Yeah, straight ahead, picked up inside the 20-yard line. Nice special teams play there by Eastern View. Number 6, Jaheim Fry. And so, average field position now for Dinwiddie's offense, Steve, and this is the first we've seen of them in the third quarter, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I think, Mark, if I was the defensive coordinator over there for Eastern View, I'd be sitting there dialing up some blitzes or something in order to pressure Dalton here. But you can't let Tucker just run right up the middle for an 89-yard run they gave up in the first half.
Sure did. Longest scoring play of the game was that 89-yard run. Back to Tucker they go. Do a nice job of staying with him here to hold him to a short gain. And making the tackle was, for Eastern View, was Brandon Weaver, number 69.
Yeah, but it's
Picked up only a yard. Here is 2nd and 9. Quarterback Harry Dalton, he's going to keep it. And they're going to do another good job this time. Eddie Holmes and Branson James combined for the tackle. And this time they hold Harry Dalton to a very short pickup of 2 yards. And it brings up 3rd down and 7. So we talk about third down plays being big, and this is probably as big as any tonight, Steve, for Eastern View when you think about the deficit and the time and the potent Dinwiddie offensive attack.
And I concur, and they don't have their defensive specialist. Brett Clatterbaugh is out with injury.
Here's 3rd and 7. Here's a throw. This one's caught. Breaks a tackle near sideline. Racing down the field is Mikhail Johnson. They finally trip him up near the 15-yard line. That was on 3rd and 7. Well, he was able to slip away in the open field. Mikhail Johnson, that junior wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, Mark, it was just a little wheel route coming back, and it was just kind of just like a little short pass. But again, nobody on Eastern View, especially the safety, didn't come over. Next thing you know, Dinwiddie's taking it down, almost took it in for a score.
Well, it looks like they called a timeout as well. Our timeout sponsor is UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial wellness of our members and of the Culpeper community. UVACreditUnion.org. This broadcast brought to you in part by Cash Imprints, from shirts to banners and everything in between. Imprint your message on the community with Cash Imprints. 317-1473. And UVA Health Culpeper Medical Center is here to care for you and your loved ones at our quality primary and specialty care locations right here in our community. Learn more at uvahealth.com. All right, 5:15 to play here in the third quarter. Dinwiddie converted on a big 3rd and 7. They had the ball at their own 26-yard line. They're deep in Eastern View territory. Let's see if we can't check that spot, Steve, and see where they're actually placing that ball now.
It looks like just outside, Mark.
It's a tough view from here.
It looks like just inside
the
20.
Yeah, well, right at the 20, isn't it? 5, 10, 15, 20 it is. So you figure 24 and 30, 54-yard pass play on that last play that where Tucker was able to connect with Mikhail Johnson, picked up 54 yards from the Eastern View 26. The Dinwiddie 26 to the Eastern View 20.
That's Will Butler. They can ill afford to lose him, Mark. But he was defending on that play. It looked like he got blocked. It looks like he's holding his hand. That's not a good sign.
Well,
he's holding that arm.
Yeah. When they go back to action here, the Generals will have 1st and 10 from the Cyclone 20. And we have 5 minutes and 15 seconds to play in this third quarter. Dinwiddie holding on to a 10-point lead. They were up by 16 until Eastern View cut into that with a touchdown by Williams from 13 yards out.
And our stars are going down one by one with injuries, Mark.
We've mentioned Clatterbaugh and now Butler. This is going to be the quarterback keeping it after faking it. Keegan Brown makes the tackle of Harry Dalton.
They can ill afford to lose either one. They've now lost both. So
picked up 2. Second down and 8.
Butler looked like he was holding his forearm. So he might have landed wrong on that shoulder, hopefully.
All right, here's Dalton. Watch out. He makes a cut, lowers his shoulder. He's trying to bounce off players like a pinball. He's going to be shy of the 10-yard line there. We'll check the spot here just a second.
Well, he's a strong kid, Mark.
He really is. He's tough. And he really likes to run that football, doesn't he? All right, 3rd and 2 now.
He runs with a purpose too, and he gets low. He gets pad low. He gets the pads underneath, able to bounce off. See if we can.
Quick setup here. They hand it off. Going the other way, John. All right, tackle made. They tried a little trickery there. They hiked it to Tucker so he was going to run it, and then he handed it off to Mikhail Johnson going the other way. And this time the Cyclones were not fooled. Here's a 4th down. And
I couldn't make out who was on the tackle for the Cyclones.
But it's 4th down.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. Surprised they're not going with a field goal. They got a good kicker.
Well, if they don't get it, they're going to certainly pin Eastern View deep in their territory. Oh, here's a throw on a slant. It's caught. We'll have to check the forward progress, where he's going to be. I think he's going to have a 1st down. And so Dinwiddie still in business here. Let's check and see who that was, Steve. Is it number 16 or 18?
16, I think.
That's Robert Pettaway. No, it wouldn't be him.
18.
18. Yeah, Savon McDowell. Here's the snap. Here's the run. Breaking a tackle. Unable to break that second one, however. They stop him at the 5-yard line, and that was Harry Dalton.
26 for Easterview was in on the tackle.
Eddie Holmes.
Eddie Holmes. They need him. They need players that, next man up. Looks like Will Butler has come back in, 21.
Yeah, it looks like one of these two teams is called a timeout. It is a timeout on the field. All right. Chance to tell you that this broadcast brought to you in part by CFC Farm and Home Center. The service, knowledge, and products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and equine since 1932. That is CFC Farm and Home Center. Also, K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies. Now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern View High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please. 825-8371.
Now this is going to be 1st down.
I think it's second.
Second, you're right.
Let's see where they've spotted it, Steve. Yeah, that's better. Now we can see it.
5-yard line, isn't it? Just
No,
outside
6.
the 5.
It was the 5, now it's at the 6. All right. Harry Dalton's the quarterback, number 6. Here's Dalton. Getting behind the block, getting into the end zone from 6 yards out. Touchdown, Dinwiddie. The Generals have responded to that last Eastern View score, and it comes with 2:49 to play. Here in the 3rd quarter, it's 34-18.
See what they do here. They're going to go on for an extra point.
Yeah, on for the point after will be Jackson Van Meter. 34-18 our score. The holder, Harry Dalton, the quarterback. Snap, the hold, the kick. Up and good. 35-18 in favor of the Generals. So both teams have scored a touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. So with that being said, Eastern View hasn't gained any inroads on the opposition yet.
Yeah, because we can't stop them defensively. How are we going to win a game if you can't stop the other team? And we have not proven that we can stop the other team. They've only punted once.
Well, nominations are now being accepted for the local area sports Hall of Fame. Nominate anyone that you feel is deserving of respectful local sports recognition. You can do so at localsportshistory.com/HOF.
Let's go see what we can do here on special teams, see if we can get a good run back, set us up in good position.
Well, you're down by 17 points. You've got, say, 2.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Plenty of time remaining, but the one thing is for certain, and you've already said it, Steve, is that you may have plenty of time, but if you can't stop Dinwiddie's offense, you're not going to overcome the deficit you've got. Now, they're going to blow this one dead on the kick.
Yeah, it's going to be offsides against Dinwiddie, I think, on the kickoff. They're going to make him kick it over.
Take it again from the 40.
Yep.
Ball start. I'm sorry, they'll push it back to the 35, my mistake. Kicked off from the 40, now they assess the 5-yard. And now that'll mean Jackson Van Meter tee it up from the 35 this time. Here is Van Meter's kick. Oh, this one bounces off a Cyclone player. It looks like they've gotten on it, though. And that was Jaden Williams recovering for the Cyclones team. Big play right there. That would have hurt them had he not done so.
Yeah, that's a good play there by Jaden right there. Able to jump on that ball quickly because it looked like there was going to be some problems for Eastern View, but he was able to come up with a recovery.
Looks like they'll have it Eastern View on its own 43-yard line. So good field position. That's the good news.
Now the bad news is they're going to have to do with some players because they got a lot of their stars out injured. But it's good to see Will Butler back. He's got that hand taped up. Thumb.
Yeah, you can see him there wide left, bottom of your screen. Here in Hull. And his teammates now from the 43-yard line. Here's Hull. He's going to throw over the middle. He's got Butler. Butler reverses his direction, and they're going to stop him near the Dinwiddie 45 perhaps, although they haven't blown a whistle. And with that second and third effort, he gets down to about the 40. That's a pickup of 17 yards for Will Butler.
Yep, big carry, big play by Butler now. Is he hurt?
He looks like he...
it's cramp.
Mm-hmm. But you mentioned that he has his hand taped up.
Yeah, but this is a cramp issue right here. Yeah, I know he's, he's trying to get his team extra yardage and stuff, but so yeah, this looks like a cramp. It's not. They're not looking at his hand. Let's get up. Yep.
Well, obviously the Cyclones need him in the lineup.
They need him, but he's in that cramp. We got to get him some fluids.
And that was Brett Clatterball hobbling around over there to greet him, it looked like. So they're going to put it down at the 39-yard line where Eastern View has 1st and 10 at the Dinwiddie 39.
See if we can do here and engineer a touchdown here and get back in it again.
Clock running, 2:20 to play, third quarter. It's 35-18 in favor of Dinwiddie. Winner to move on to the region semifinals next week to play the winner of the Eastern View versus Hanover game tomorrow. Handing off to Jaheim Fry, tried the right side, maybe picked up a yard. Bring up 2nd and 9.
And Mark, right now, see Hanover and King George are in for a big battle right now. King George was 19-14, I think at half. So King George is playing tonight too, and they got to, Hanover, as we saw last year, they're a well-coached football team.
Yeah, we were down there at Hanover High School. That was the first time I'd been down there. It was last year. Home with the Hawks.
Yep.
2nd down and 9. Hull in the pistol. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They're going to swing it out to Jaheim Fry out of the backfield at the 40. 35-30, 25-20. Out of bounds near the 15-yard line. A pickup of 24 yards and a Cyclone 1st down.
Mark, that was a perfect play call right there. Screen and made Dinwiddie pay. They're trying to be aggressive and rushing up, trying to put pressure on Hull. He let him come on in, and then Fry was wide open on the screen pass.
Ball at the 16-yard line. Officially 23 yards on that pass play. with Hull back in the pistol. He's got Fry behind him. Fry gets the ball carrier. He's not going to go anywhere because there's no room for him. He was greeted and wrestled to the ground by number 56, Damari Phillips, the senior defensive lineman.
See what they can get his forward progress.
At the 20, so he lost 4. All right, it'll bring up 2nd and 14.
Well, they're also very lucky they didn't get a false start or legal procedure because the receiver on the other side for Eastern View.
I want you to know I can see again.
Oh, good.
Welcome back, huh?
Yep.
Welcome back.
Oh, go back.
Cotter.
Cotter.
2nd and 14, Cyclones from the Generals 20. Clock running, 25 seconds to play. Third quarter action is 35-18. Hull. He's throwing for the end zone, going up for it, bringing it in, and out of bounds. Incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it there for a second.
Yeah.
The intended receiver, Steve, was number 9, DeAndre Brock.
Yeah, Brock, I thought had it, but again, it was not to be. Now it's a 3rd down here, but we're going to go. This is 2-down territory for us.
Absolutely. A field goal would mean nothing to you at this point, would it?
No, we're down.
You got 3rd and 14 from the 20. 2 plays to get a new set of downs.
16 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Aaron Hull. Will Butler checks back in. Wide left. He looks that way. Hull going to throw it. Back into the end zone he goes. Incomplete. Thankfully that was closest receivers were actually defenders to that one. Now you got 4th and 14 from the 20.
Well, see, Aaron Hull right there, he's backing up trying to throw off his back foot mark, and he just kind of throws it straight up. He's lucky that wasn't picked off. He was going out of bounds.
All right, 4th and 14 for the Cyclones at the 20-yard line. 15 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. They trail by 17 points. They need a 1st down here.
Yeah, they do.
Here comes the pressure on Hull. He gets away from the one defender. Now he's throwing in the end zone into traffic. Incomplete. I guess it looks like Butler was the intended receiver, and he had about 3 generals converging for coverage. To provide coverage.
They figured out he's the go-to guy, and Aaron's got to learn not to throw it into triple coverage. Look off that receiver and come back to Brock or somebody underneath, or Jaden Gardner underneath. But again, he was under a lot of pressure too by Dinwiddie.
See, when we look back on this game tonight, we may look back to this 3rd quarter late scoring drive threat that was foiled with a turnover on downs.
Yep, you're right.
And so rather than coming away with some points, instead, Dinwiddie's offense back on the field, still holding that 17-point advantage here late in the 3rd quarter. 7 seconds showing. That's Tucker in motion. This is the running. This is going to be the quarterback, Harry Dalton. Right. Out to the 30. Picked up 10 yards, and that's how that 3rd quarter is going to end with our score. Dinwiddie 35, Eastern View 18. We'll take a break and come back for the 4th quarter right after this. Keep it right here. You're watching Cyclones football on the Culpeper Media Network.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community supporters.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. CFC Farm and Home Center, supplying your lawn and garden, pet, and farm needs since 1932. Hometown pricing and outstanding service at CFC Farm and Home. Found in Sons Funeral Home, Culpeper's perpetual best of the best for resources, planning, and support for our entire community. From shirts to banners and everything in between, imprint your message on the community with Cash Imprints. Battlefield Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford, proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and over 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. Battlefield Automotive. Nominations are now being accepted for the local area sports Hall of Fame. Nominate anyone that you feel is deserving of historical local sports recognition at localsportshistory.com/HOF. K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies. Now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern View High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please. UVA Health Culpeper Medical Center is here to care for you and your loved ones at our high-quality primary and specialty care locations right here in our community. Visit uvahealth.com for more information.
Now welcome back to our broadcast. Fourth quarter action. A moment ago, Raphael Tucker picked up a first down for Dinwiddie, and the Generals now have it at their own 47. As we start this fourth quarter with Dinwiddie on top by 17, 35-18 our score.
And Mark, this team, like I said, really impressed me with Dinwiddie. They're a threat to score on every play.
Mm-hmm.
They remind me of that Lake Taylor explosive squad.
Mm-hmm. All right, back to Tucker, the ball carrier, out to the 45.
And you're not going to see, I don't think you're going to see Dinwiddie put the ball in the air too much. I think they're going to rely on their running game to grind out this fourth quarter clock and get out of here with a victory. What we need in Eastern View needs a turnover, and they need to get aggressive, and then they need to have 2 touchdowns. And that's a tall order against this Dinwiddie squad.
Pick up of 8 yards on that last carry. Quarterback going to keep it. This is Harry Dalton all the way down to the 30-yard line. 16-yard pickup by this quarterback. And Butler makes the Eastern View tackle.
And is there a flag? Looks like stoppage of play.
Yeah, there's a flag down.
Yeah, but it's going to be coming back. I'm pushing it back. I'm blocking the back.
Yep. There it is. Blocking the back is the call. From the Eastern View 46, now they move it back to well, look at about the same spot to me.
You get Brandon James playing one of the linebacker spots. He was that injured player at one point. He's back in there.
Branson James.
Branson James.
Mm-hmm. Still at the 47. Dalton again, the ball carrier.
Gotcha.
Well, we got an update on the King George Hanover games too.
Yep, it is King George 26, Hanover 21.
So they've got a good game going down there.
Yep, they do.
It would be at King George. Foxes playing the Hawks. Both teams in contention to win that game. Here's Dalton. He's going to keep it. Gets behind a blocker. Gets all the way down to the 30 before Branson James makes the tackle.
And now you know why he's only a junior, why all these schools are after him. He just carves up a defense.
Yeah, 17-yard pickup that time by Harry Dalton, this junior quarterback.
And we're playing down our defensive stars, so it's hurt.
Clock running. 9:55 to play. 35-18. Fourth quarter action. Back to the run they go. They do it so well. Raphael Tucker, the ball carrier, got to the 25, picked up 4. This broadcast brought to you in part by Found & Sons Funeral Home. Culpeper's perpetual best of the best for resources, planning and support for our entire community. Found & Sons, 825-3530. Battlefield Toyota, Chevrolet and Ford, proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. That's Battlefield.
We got number 51 entering for Eastern View, Mark, on the defense line. Is it Dominic Semendinger?
Okay. Back to the run. Again, they do it so well. Now inside the 20-yard line. That's going to be close to another Dinwiddie first down.
They're going to give it to him.
Now from the 19, new set of downs for these Generals that are marching down the field once more. And they already have a 17-point lead. And a touchdown on this drive could seal the deal for Dinwiddie.
Yeah, I think it will. And just see if Eastern View, this will be the second year they go out in the first round of the playoffs. But again,
19-yard line. They hand it off to Tucker. Here comes Tucker. They tackle him inside the 10. Another big pickup on first down. And Dinwiddie's making it look easy, chalking up these yards with its running game.
Well, Mark, they played a lot tougher schedule. And the thing is, that's the knock going to be on Eastern View. They've got to figure out, the athletic director, to see if we can get some games scheduled against tougher teams. We can't be playing the likes of Westmoreland like we did and destroy them. It didn't help us at any.
When you think about Dinwiddie's schedule, they lost to a team called Glenville in Cleveland, Ohio, which is an all-star team. They hand off again to Tucker, and Tucker again picks up yardage and gets inside the 5 to about the 4. And the other two teams they lost to were Tamari, which is one of the best teams in all of Virginia, no matter the classification. I think they're ranked 3rd overall.
Yeah,
and they also lost to Thomas Dale, which is 10-0 and
Right.
the top team. So, I mean, their losses have been to caliber football teams. 7-3. They're an awfully good 7-3 football team. All right, headed to the end zone and finding it is Raphael Tucker. Touchdown Dinwiddie, and they add to their lead. Is now 41-18 with 7:47 to play.
I didn't see this one coming, but the route. But I knew that Eastern View was going to be in a tough spot here, coming down here trying to beat Dinwiddie. And like I said, it just wasn't in the cards.
Jackson Van Meter on for the point after. His kick up and good. 42-18. Generals out in front. 7:47 to play. This broadcast brought to you in part by Cash Imprints, from shirts to banners and everything in between. Imprint your message on the community with Cash Imprints, 317-1473. And UVA Health Culpeper Medical Center is here to care for you and your loved ones at our quality primary and specialty care locations right here in our community. Learn more at uvahealth.com.
Well, now what do? Your Coach Lowry, you just get your boys in there and just come on and play this game, play like you know how to play it, and see if we can get an offense, try to get another score.
Well, so what do you think then about that? Pretty close.
Yeah.
All right, Dinwiddie's kickoff. Going to go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line, draws a penalty flag, and you suspect Eastern View take over at 35?
Yep. I wouldn't make them re-kick it again. I'd take the 35. Now see if they can come up with some quick scores. The problem is we just can't stop them.
Yeah, that running game has really been, really vaunted running attack. I mean, they had a great week last week against Matoka. And
now why are they going to make them kick it over? Why don't they take the ball in the 35? If it went out of bounds.
Well, maybe they need a big return on the special
Maybe
teams,
so.
Steve, if they're going to. I mean, you're down by 24 points. I mean, to say it's a tough road to hoe would be maybe the understatement of the night, don't you think?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if you're going to give, any much better field position than starting out in 35.
All right. Well, they kick it from 35, like you say. And straight ahead's the kick, fielded inside the 20-yard line. And on the return is Camden Roy, out to about the 28. So average field position with his Eastern View offense, Steve, which obviously got a lot to overcome here.
Yeah, I mean, now you look at it, they would have had a better position having it taken at the 35.
Mm-hmm. Well, you called that one, didn't you? You have the ball at the 35 or make them kick it. You might have been better off at the 35. Well, hindsight's 20/20, right?
That's true.
Now we have 7:39 to play in this one. And the Generals, these defending Class 4 state champions, looking pretty good here tonight at home.
They sure are.
One team will advance to the region semis, and right now Dinwiddie certainly gets the nod as that favorite, as Shaheem Fry tries it off left tackle, gets to the 30. 2-yard pickup. 2nd and 8 coming up. Making the tackle for Dinwiddie was Davion Wilson.
But, you know, again, you don't want to make excuses because Coach Lowry will always say next man up. But when one of your best players goes down the first half with an ankle injury, and then your wide receiver, got all banged up too, it just didn't help Eastern Butte tonight.
Here's 2nd down and 8. Man, we got a whistle. We got stoppage. We got a 5-yard penalty for a false start.
Yep,
against Eastern Butte.
Our receivers are leaving just a little bit tad early, Mark, before the ball snapped. Got to get with your center.
Looks like it's going to bring up 2nd down and 12.
I think, for even next year and year after, I mean, Dinwiddie's going to be a nemesis, our nemesis in playoff football. We can get around him.
Aaron Hull's going to throw near side to Will Butler, and Butler is going to be tackled at the 28-yard line for him. Short pickup.
Butler's a little slow getting up. He's banged up. I mean,
3rd down and 9 from the 28.
We'll put Butler on the other side. He's right now, he's getting banged up. Now, he's going to be playing basketball. I know that.
Well, if Eastern Butte doesn't win tonight, that means they'll be going to practice Monday morning, right? Or Monday afternoon, rather. Hull's going to throw it out to Jaden Williams out of the backfield. Williams gets in the open field, and he makes a move and makes a nice run after the catch out inside the Dinwiddie 45-yard line. Big pickup and a 1st down for Eastern Butte. Well, this broadcast brought to you in part by CFC Farm and Home Center, the service, knowledge, and products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and equine since 1932. That's CFC Farm and Home Center.
And Mark, they just couldn't get our ground game going tonight, against Dinwiddie's, defense. If we could have got our running game going, we might have given a better game.
Here's Jaden Williams speaking of the running game, and that's not going anywhere as well. All right. Now what?
Well, now a little bit of...
Jaden Williams lost his hat. We'll go to the sidelines for a play.
So now he's going to get a helmet.
So he lost a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Clock running, 5:10.
And you said we've lost, it's a tough Dinwiddie team.
Knew it would be. 2nd and 11. Cyclones. Hull back there. Jaheim Fry comes out of the backfield, catches this pass at the 45. He's going to be well short of a 1st down. Trying to bring up 3rd down and long. This broadcast brought to you in part by K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies. Now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern Butte High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please at 825-8371. And this penalty flag came in awfully late, Steve.
Yeah, it's going to be against Dinwiddie. I don't know what for. It said something. Yep. Let's see what the call is.
And slow deliberation.
I know. Well, it's going to go against Dinwiddie with the call.
Draws the boos from the home crowd. But they've had plenty of cheer about as well.
Yeah. It's a big one. 15-yarder.
Sure is.
And will that give him a 1st down?
Sure does. Doesn't it? Yeah.
Like I said, some unpleasantries being exchanged. I think the referee.
1st and 10 now, Cyclones from the Dinwiddie 29. Looks like a little explanation coming in, and as for the exact call, teams are lined up. They're not going to go anywhere until the referee gets back out there, though.
No.
Dinwiddie,
Coach Mills.
Coach Mills, Billy Mills.
debating it here. Let's see.
Well, as they debate this, did you know that nominations are now being accepted for the local area sports Hall of Fame? Nominate anyone that you feel is deserving of respectful local sports recognition. You can do so at localsportshistory.com/HOF.
I think they threw somebody out of the game, Mark.
That's big doings then there.
52's going in, 42's coming out. I think he's gone, and that could hurt them next week. And play, because if he gets thrown out by the official, they didn't say ejection yet. So,
Certainly is a lot of extended explanation.
I mean, yeah, it's a personal foul, you know. Yeah. Yeah, but they didn't give him an ejection sign. They just gave him a 15-yard unsportsmanlike. He had said something to the ref.
Each of you has it from the 29 now. Hull, he's got plenty of time. Throws over the center of the field. Caught a receiver just shy of the 5-yard line. And that was Amari Robinson.
And he's got it.
Yeah. Let's see. Right at the 7.
Yeah. 7-yard line. The clock will start as soon as they pick up the first down.
Clock running, 4:10 to play. Fourth quarter action, 42-18 in favor of Dinwiddie. First and 10 now from the 7-yard line. Here's Hull. He's going to throw it to the end zone. Going up for it, incomplete. Nice coverage out there as well. And defending against number 3, that's Trayvon Brock. Yeah. Brock, the intended receiver, and defending for the Generals was Zion Boysall.
Yeah, if I was, you know, I'd be running AP right up the middle or something right here and see if he can pick up those 7 yards.
Second down and goal from the 7. Williams, Fry is back there with Hull. He's looking for Fry out of the backfield. Fry's out there. He's got it. End zone. Touchdown Cyclones. 7 yards out.
Fear the wind. It's a Cyclone. Touchdown. Jaheim Fry from Aaron Hull.
Makes it 42-24 with 3:47 to play here in this football game.
So now, instead of Easterview's going to come out, they're going to try it. No, they're going to do the extra point.
Braden Capellini, the kicker. Aaron Hull, the holder.
Get a little respectability back.
Yeah, nice play design. Capellini's kick is up and good. 42-25 our score. 3:47 to play here at Dinwiddie High School, where the apparent winner is going to be the Generals. They're going to move on to the next week's semifinals. But against the winner of tonight's, the other game tonight in this bracket is King George versus Hanover. Well, you know, we are live, and our live sponsor is Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556.
Just a tough way to see Easterview. They lost by a touchdown against Hanover last year. And then come down here and
Taking on a very
talented Dinwiddie squad.
I'm impressed with their offensive attack, Steve.
Yep.
The run game.
I knew that we could score.
Knew we could
Score
score.
on their defense, but it was just trying to keep their offense from scoring on us, and that was proved to be a difficult task for us tonight. But Dalton's a real deal. I mean, UVA, Tech.
Quick onside kick, Steve. They did it. They broke the huddle and then immediately kicked it. But it's recovered by Dinwiddie's Joshua Adams.
Well, they had to try it.
Yep, they had to try it.
They're down, what, 17?
But Dinwiddie will have it. Outstanding field position here for these last 3 minutes and 47 seconds to play.
Yeah, I don't look for Dinwiddie to put the ball in the air here. I look for him to be just run and run, run.
Ball at the 47 of Eastern View. All right, here's Dalton. He hands off to Tucker. Tucker's doing what he's been doing all season, just picking up yards with each carry.
Yep. Carving it up.
Got to the 39. Pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Clock will run. 3:25 and counting.
Little number 15 comes in for 5. Tucker, who's 15 for, looks like
Xander Nesmith.
Nesmith. He's a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going to be movement against Dinwiddie. Back him up 5 yards.
To the 44. Restart the clock. Handoff, getting to the outside is Mikhail Johnson. All the way down to the Eastern View 30.
We're down by number 8.
And that would be Aiden Grimsley.
It's like 30, is that 22 or 32 coming in?
12-yard pickup and a first down.
Yeah, 32 for Eastern View is coming in the lineup, Mark.
Landon Taylor.
Yeah, got some players, some playoff experience.
You know, got some more movement up there. I didn't see the flag come in yet. They don't call it. There it is. Back to the run they go with Raphael Tucker.
Yeah, but he's going to come back. His motion. So we're going to be coming back. And I'm impressed with Dinwiddie, where they treat us like first class and come down here. Their class operation. And
I was going to say the friendly environs of Dinwiddie High School. You come down here and you get the VIP treatment, don't you?
Yeah, and but they have a first class program. I mean, you look at Billy Mills' record. I mean, geez.
These media handouts tonight, chock full of information about Dinwiddie football program. Won a state title last year. Raphael Tucker, the ball carrier, breaks to the outside, breaks tackles, and gets down to the 20. So add 17 more yards to Raphael Tucker's statistics tonight.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be, you got Dalton and Tucker that well over 100 yards, both of them. And so now it's just the clock's going to start back up since they move the chains.
Approaching the 2-minute mark. Dinwiddie will be a big winner here tonight. Right now it's 42-25. Here is Mikhail Johnson. Johnson down to the 10. So just chunks of yardage at each turn. And we got a penalty flag coming in because it was a little bit late there at the end of the play.
Referee said, was it looked like on 24 and 3 for us or 7, Robinson were involved in something. Now it's going to be another 20-minute debate.
Let's get together and talk about it for a while.
Yep. I'm going to say, now who are we going to go now? Did you see this and did you see that? But he didn't do that.
Have you made any plans for the weekend?
Are we going out to dinner? Or?
Anything you guys want to talk about while we're getting together? Well, let's wave it off while we're at it. At the 10-yard line it is for Dinwiddie. And that would mean first and goal from the 10.
Yeah, and the clock should start running, shouldn't it? Because there was no flag. Yeah,
There it goes. Minute 45 and counting. Back to the run they go. This is Mikhail Johnson. Another 5 yards. Down to the 5. Second and goal from there. Second and goal. 5-yard line. Looking to put the exclamation mark on this final score here tonight if Dinwiddie succeeds. Right now, injured Cyclone player on the field.
Might be another cramp situation.
Well, we've got a minute 14. I want to mention that our timeout sponsor this year, Steve, has been UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial wellness of our members and of the Culpeper community. UVAcreditunion.org. And also, I mentioned that we're live, and our live sponsor is Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556.
Brandon Weaver was their injured Cyclone.
Mentioned that this Dinwiddie came in tonight, regular season record 7-3. They lost to Thomas Dale, which is undefeated. They lost to the Knights 31-28. They lost to the Maury Commodores 46-29, and they lost to Glenville of Cleveland, Ohio 36-13. Three very talented football teams. And here is Dinwiddie in this quarterfinal Region 4B game, looking pretty good here at home.
I don't understand why Dinwiddie just didn't take a knee.
Now we have 1 minute and counting remaining in this football game.
Because Eastern View doesn't want him to score here.
Well, I guess it's sort of academic at this point, isn't it?
Update King George Hanover. King George 33, Hanover 28.
Oh my gosh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Hanover is upsetting King George. Back to the run they go. This time they stop the ball carrier in the backfield for a loss on the play. And that was one of the rare times that a Generals running back has been stopped for a loss tonight. And this one was Mikhail Johnson.
I was going to say, where's that been? I think they're just going to take a knee here, let it run out the clock.
Final 20 seconds are ticking off. Now the final 10 seconds will tick off. This one's about to go in the books officially here in just a second. There it is. It's in the books. Dinwiddie wins 42-25. So the Generals still in position to defend that Class 4 state championship as they move on to next week's region semifinals.
Yep.
All right, Steve. Well, that's going to do it for Eastern View and the season. They had a 9-1 regular season. They lost only to King George. They get into the postseason. First round, this quarterfinal round, they're a 5th seed taking on the 4th seed. They lose 42-25. Briefly, I know since we've talked about it, what were the differences tonight that made Eastern View come up short?
Well, the difference is with the big play capability of Dinwiddie's offense. Dalton and Tucker, they were the show, and they were every bit as advertised. And, you know, it's just they just had a better ball club, and we were being able to score, but we just couldn't stop them from scoring. They just had too many offensive weapons, and that was the whole thing about Eastern View. But here we go, and another season. They'll finish at 9-2, and successful year, but another first-round knockout in the playoffs.
All right. Well, congratulations to Coach Lowry, his staff, and the players at Eastern View for a fine 9-2 overall record. And congratulations to Dinwiddie, improving to 8-3 and moving on to the region semifinals. It's been a great year. We appreciate our sponsors and appreciate another year of broadcasting football with you. And Chris Frazier filled in for you a couple times. It's a great season. Johnny did a great job. Nicole Wooten back in the studio, and so we certainly have enjoyed it. All right, well, that'll do it once more for us tonight from Dinwiddie, where our final score, Generals 42, Cyclones 25. For Johnny and Steve, I'm Mark O'Connell saying thanks for watching and supporting Cyclones football on the Culpeper Media Network. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next time.